Alright, and here we go. We are ready to go racing. Oh, I think I got the wrong mic plugged in. No, it's detecting the right mic. Okay. Let me just. Nope. That's not what I meant to do there. There we go. Alright. We're here and we're ready for Atlanta. I just need to get the race logo up. That's the one thing I forgot to do before I hit live. Let's go ahead and get this one up. There we go. It's the Quaker State 400 tonight, presented by Walmart, but I didn't bother putting all that presenting sponsor in. Although, ironically, I work for the presenting sponsor, so I guess I probably should have, but it's not like Walmart's going to fire me over it. So they aren't paying me right now actively, so here we go. Here we go. We're ready, though, for the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And say this Atlanta Super Speedway has been crazy. I uploaded a video about an hour ago talking about the new pit lane rules that we are gonna see in action, hopefully tonight when we see some green flag pit stops. About the higher speed that the drivers can go on that pit lane. We've yet to see it actually in place during a race weekend, so we'll have to wait and see how that ends up going. But should hopefully be pretty good. But yeah, here we go. We're all set. We're all going strong. Good. Phew. But yeah, I also saw there's some weather in the area, so I'm hopefully set up. Oh, I forgot to grab the setup, but we'll be getting set up for the whatchamacallit. Yeah, we'll be getting set up for Mario Kart if and when this race gets rain delayed. We don't know for sure that it will, but it very well could. So here we go. Engines getting cranked, yay! Oh, that beautiful number 29 car that he won in the spring here. And Richard Childress is strapped in, and he's going to drive the number 29 car as a part of a ceremonious pace lap here. Kevin Harvick going to be going for his last start here at the track that kick-started his career with a win. So, ooh, a Georgia Peanuts. That 38 car looks really nice. But, yep, engines are fired up and we're ready to go racing. Hopefully you guys are too. I know I'm excited for it. But, yeah, we're ready to go here. And I say, once again, 8 Fords up in the top 10 again. Now, unlike in the spring, it wasn't a lockout. It wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Ford. But the fact that they got more Fords in that front group, I feel like you have a very big chance that, again, as I said in my preview episode a few days ago, that Ford really was the dominant manufacturer last year, and I think they're very easily going to be in play here today. In particular, again, I've been saying these two teams a lot, but Penske and RFK. I think those are going to be your players. I will say I was kind of surprised to see that Amarola got the top spot, along with two other Stewart-Haas cars in the top 10 here, because the Stewart-Haas typically performs better at other tracks like New Hampshire next week, Michigan, but in particular New Hampshire next week. I'm curious to see how the Stewart-Haas cars do. But yeah, right now we're just getting ready here for the race, though. Hopefully, we should have a good one. And I say, last night's Xfinity race was actually pretty good, despite the lack of cautions. I was way too tired to really enjoy it. But yeah, I got some more rest in though today because I knew we were going to be doing this live stream, and I certainly don't want to have the same problem twice. So we're rested, we're ready, and yeah, we're getting ready for this one. But yeah, so again, hopefully we won't need to go to the Mario Kart backup because of the fact that, well, we may not need a backup here. because I say rain is not a guarantee, but I was looking ahead and there is rain in the forecast, so it may be a race to halfway, and I'm curious to see how long they may wait to call it. But yeah, I'm guessing in terms of my own content here, I think 11 o'clock is gonna be pretty much my cutoff as to how late I can realistically go tonight. We'll see though, because yeah, I do have to be at work for 5 a.m. but on the East Coast. But yeah, hopefully we can get this one going here. Well, MLB draft going on apparently. But yeah, so starting grid though, I didn't get time to do a starting grid video this week. I figured I'd put more time into my Fast Friday as well as or my Fantasy Friday in. But our top 10 starters are Amarola, Blaney, Briscoe and Logano, Burton and Harvick, Ty Gibbs and Larson. So that fourth row there is all not Ford. And then you've got Todd Gilliland showing some speed there for Front Row Motorsports. So I hope Front Row locks up their drivers here soon, because I don't want to see them lose Zane Smith and I don't want to see them lose McDowell. Now, I'd hate to see them lose Gilliland, but I think he is their least valuable driver of those three. And then Cindric rounds out the top 10, so. But yeah, I would hate to see Front Row Motorsports lose Todd Gilliland. But I think Zane Smith, the ceiling is so high on that kid. And Michael McDowell has proven over the last... Now, I'm going to say my bias here. I am a massive Michael McDowell fan. I've got his old K-Love car from when he from some of his first years at this team. I've got his Daytona 500 win car and all that. But yeah. When it comes to McDowell, he has shown that he has the consistency to carry this one. Oh, there we go. And on track, the Kevin Harvick running the number 4 Hunt Brothers Pizza car, and Richard Childress, his former team owner, driving his old number 29 car that he won as a rookie here in 2001, driving relief for obviously Dale Sr. and his passing. But nice to see Kevin Harvick back out here and making his final start here at Atlanta. It'd be great. It'd be pretty cool to see him potentially win his last race at the place that kickstarted his NASCAR career, especially where he has not looked good at New Atlanta so far. But yeah, let me know, by the way, who you guys think is going to win this race. Pre-race pick. I want to say one of the RFK guys. I want to say Buescher, but I feel like Blaney is probably the better bet. I'm going to say Blaney. Blaney is going to be my pre-race pick. I think Blaney gets his second win of the season here today. I hadn't actually thought about my pre-race single win pick. I mean, I'd be stoked to see I'd love to see Michael McDowell go and win this one, but I don't know if he really has a win in that car today. But here we go. And they're going to show a lot of flashbacks right now, it looks like, to that March race at Atlanta in 2001. So, Kevin Harvick, he was really good right from the start. It didn't take him long to mature into Cup like some of the other rookies we see today. I mean, Ty Gibbs taking some time to marinate in Cup. I mean, even Cindric took a little bit of time to really get going. And honestly, I don't even think he's quite there yet at this point. But yeah, so getting ready for the race to start. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I am. But yeah, we got a pretty good race going on here. So Keselowski, Reddick starting 12th and 11th and 12th. I think that's a very realistic shot that you could see your winner come from that pair of drivers. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see it. But yeah. Alright, so here we go. Hopefully you guys are excited for this race start. Wait. Is he gonna burn this thing down? Oh, no, okay, no, he's pulling it into the garage. Aw, man. I was hoping that we were gonna see Richard Childress do a burnout in the car that Harvick won that race with. Man, that's a bummer. I was kind of hoping to see it after I heard the engine rev and him stop, kind of similarly to how you would see a car stop on the start finish line. But yeah, so Harvick though, two-time Xfinity Series champion, 2014 Cup Series champion. He's won in this series a whopping 60 races, and hopefully I'd like to see him get at least one more win to send off his career. Whether that's today or not, I don't know, but I would like to see him rattle off at least one more win for his career and for his farewell season. If he could get that win to lock himself into that championship four like Gordon did back in 2015, I think we would all be very appreciative and be absolutely loving it for Harvick. Even though most of us probably aren't Harvick fans. I know I'm certainly not necessarily a Harvick fan. I probably sound a bit like one right now because I'm just appreciating, honestly, one of the sport's greatest drivers that we've ever had. I mean, Harvick realistically is top 10, top 15 type material. I think, again, the single championship is what would put him further down the list than probably most people would say. So, because personally, I would probably put him about 15th or so on my theoretical list. I haven't actually looked at my list in a while of greatest drivers, but yeah, my official list or my pick would probably be to say that Harvick is probably top five, or not top five, but top 15 ish area. Because I know that top 10 is really stacked. I have a hard time even trying to find room to move Kyle Busch much further up than he is. And that's coming from another driver who's also won over 60 races and has 2 championships. So I would say, though, somewhere in that 12th to 15th range for Harvick, if I'm saying all-time greatest drivers here. And here we go. They're showing Joey Logano here, the spring race winner, who really shouldn't have even gotten that win because, yeah, that race win definitely belonged to Keselowski, and Keselowski handed it to Logano. That's more teamwork than they ever showed us back when they were teammates. So, yeah, we're just kind of getting ready for the start here of the race. So, hopefully you guys are excited. If you guys are, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. I'm going to be, I've got some more content coming right down the pike here soon, hopefully. Again, NASCAR Heat 5 gameplay should be coming starting this week. It's just kind of been a little bit rough because I tried to get I was getting all set for a career mode, and then my career mode kept crashing as I tried to create one, so it wouldn't let me, which is unfortunate. If you guys would like to see me do a career mode on the base version of the game, let me know, and where you guys would like me to start on that, but again, I'm not convinced I'm going to do a career mode on the old car because even though I think it will ultimately drive a little better, I think the career mode, I think the content I want to make, though, is going to be on the next gen car. But yeah, so just talking about some of the stuff that I'm going to be working on. Going to be doing some online stuff as well as some races with the AI cars in single player mode too. So, yep, that's some content though that's coming down the pike. If you guys are, if you guys want to stick around, obviously I would very much appreciate it if you guys stick around and see what else we have on the channel. Fantasy Friday, first episode of that launched on Friday, where I will be going through and talking about the top fantasy picks of the week. For the so yeah, I'll be talking about the top fantasy picks, who Vegas has as the favorites, and some dark horses to keep an eye on. So yeah, first episode of that came out on Friday. I also share with you guys at the end of those videos. I will be sharing my actual starting lineup for my NASCAR fantasy game that I play over on the NASCAR fantasy app. So yeah, again, just kind of some of the other content that I've been introducing to the channel over the last week or two as I've been trying to delve back into regular videos as well as these live streams. But I've been just having so much fun with these live streams. And, ooh, lights are off on the pace car. We're doubled up and ready to go racing. Here we go. Yeah. Woohoo. Man, that Briscoe car looks beautiful. I hadn't seen that. I missed his qualifying attempt because I was busy yesterday before the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. But that is a beautiful race car. But here we go. Pace car. Hasn't committed to going to pit road yet. Let's see. Pace car dives to pit road. Commitment line violation for the pace car. Green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Atlanta Super Speedway here. Eric Almirola from the pole position over Ryan Blaney, who, wait a minute, is this the same scheme Ryan Blaney won at Charlotte in? Because that looks like the same car I saw win at Charlotte. But yeah, here we go. It is going to be a side-by-side duel here. That is kind of the way that Atlanta has been since the repave, is that we are going to be seeing it be a battle of the two lanes. And so far, the bottom lane is losing. Everybody's bailing on the bottom lane here. Meanwhile, the top lane is really starting to be the superior lane here. And it seems like a lot of the drivers are jumping straight to that top line. Hopefully, we can still see a bottom here, but yeah. So far, Almirola and Logano on that top line have kind of established that as the lane to be in. And it looks like everybody through the top 10, top 15, it looks like. I'm going to say, who's the first guy out of line there? I think it was, Reddick in 10th. So it's about the top 10 that is the cut line for being in the line. But yeah, so right now we're just getting ready here. Let's see, side by side. Wait, McDowell? How is McDowell already up into the... McDowell is on fire here. He's already passing Keselowski. I did not expect to see him passing Keselowski this early. And I'm going to need to switch my earbud because I forgot to charge him up beforehand. Luckily, I was charging my other one here. But, yeah, right now, though, Harrison Burton running pretty well here. Not sure why they abbreviated his name. There's not another Burton in the race today, is there? But, yeah. Oh, Harvick down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's starting to slip further and further back here. As Reddick, Truex, Byron here. All making some passes. And yeah, Harvick is just drifting further and further back. That looks like he shoves his way into line here in about 15th or so, it looks like. Yeah, I'd say about 14th or 15th here for Harvick as he gets in line. And now pretty much the entire field here is single file, and it's going to be hard to make a move from that kind of gridlock there. Now, it's not impossible to get some cars across the line here, but yeah, certainly is not going to be easy though. Let's see, Ty Gibbs on the inside here on Kyle Larson here for 6th. So those two are fighting side by side, although Ty Gibbs doesn't really have any help, kind of hoping that he can just kind of make it work however, but the back half of the field starting to go with Ty Gibbs to the bottom. Maybe they can make something happen. I would love to see it, but we'll have to wait and see here. Right now, though, he doesn't have anybody tucked up behind him enough to really massively help here. Cindric giving a nice push to Kyle Larson there down the back straightaway. So keeping this battle pretty good here for about 6th place here. But yeah, the Toyota's starting to work on that teamwork because, oh wait, I completely missed that that was Hamlin because he's in a bright red car. But yeah, the Coca-Cola machine there for Hamlin is on the inside line trying to help his teammates in Reddick and Ty Gibbs here on the inside. So, and I think that's Truex in behind Hamlin too. So these Toyotas, they are starting to form up here. But yeah, here we go. So yeah, these Toyotas, that's been Toyota's strength ever since the 2016 Daytona 500 when they really established the whole working together mentality that really changed plate racing forever. Might do a breakdown on that race at some point, but yeah, the 2016 Daytona 500 did change plate racing forever. But yeah, so here we go. Again, the battle right now, they are not actually, as I say, the inside line, despite going down there in those three Toyotas, Ty Gibbs has lost his three Toyota teammates as they are drifting back further and further, and they got in line a little bit behind the leader, or in behind the top line, although the front runners have started to move to the bottom. The guys at the front of the field, Amarola, Logano, Blaney, they've all moved to the bottom of the racetrack here. Which is going to break some of that air for Ty Gibbs and potentially help him actually try and make a move here for the race. Just making sure my audio is actually working because that's happened a few too many times where I start talking and I forget to turn on the audio. But no, we're all good. So we're already 11 laps into this 60 lap first stage. I mean, it's going quick, honestly. But yeah, so far though the race is looking like it's gonna be. Kyle Larson did get ahead of Ty Gibbs and was able to jump down in front of him there for a minute. He didn't end up doing it too much, but here we go. Oh, Harrison Burton going up to the top line and potentially gonna move the whole top line here to the top of the whole front runner, the front train up to the top here, potentially. We'll have to wait and see, but they're going to commercial break, which means we get to freestyle here for a little bit. How's everybody doing? Now that we're 12 laps in, I'm actually going to go ahead and put up the stage 1 poll, like we always try and do here. Eric Amarola. I'm pretty quick at typing these names in. Hopefully I'm not making any typos here. Logano. That's it. Oh wait, no, he's got an A in there. It's not Logano. It's Logano. There we go. Ryan Blaney. Luckily, I know how to type Ryan really quickly. Although I'd be a little concerned if I wasn't very good at typing in the name Ryan, considering every test as a kid was all about typing your name. Remember to put your name on all your homework, kids. Because, yeah, that was the thing that really dinged me. It was forgetting that a lot. But, yep, so there we go. There's race poll. We got Amarillo. Oh, we got a yellow. We got a yellow flag. What's the yellow for? We got a yellow flag. Uh-oh. What's it for here? So we have a yellow flag out for something. We just don't know what it is yet. But hopefully it's not taking out most of the field or anything, because it's pretty early for that. So here we go. So I'm curious to see what ends up happening here with this first. Uh-oh. I see Ty Gibbs is way further back. Oh, Harrison Burton. Harrison Burton is fun. Okay, I didn't realize I missed not seeing him in the top 10, but Harrison Burton's fun out. So he beached himself. Uh-oh, what happened here? So Harrison Burton spins in front of most of the field, but nobody actually hits him. Nice. Good job to the rest of the field for not hitting him. Always kind of the concern there that whenever you end up going around right in front of the field, especially, he was 5th place here. And yeah, right now, he's so far, though, he actually survived that. Wow. He might be able to keep going. We'll just have to see what happens with the beach race car. If I'm not mistaken, I think I remember last year they implemented a rule around after the Auto Club race where they were all getting beached and that allow them to get towed back to pit road and still continue in the race. Because used to be that if the tow truck touch your car, you're out the race. But with the flat tires beaching the cars at Auto Club, I believe they made a rule to change that and allow for the drivers to get towed back to pit road if they end up beached. But yeah, right now we're just kind of getting ready here for the restart. But of course, we're gonna open up pit. They're gonna open up pit road, and we're gonna have to wait and see what the drivers do here. I don't know what the fuel window is here. That's gonna be the big thing that's gonna potentially help or hurt these drivers. Though, is gonna be their knowledge and understanding of this fuel window, because the fuel window is going to be a big factor all day long. I guarantee it. But yeah, right now though, we're just kind of getting ready here for this one. Alright, so here we go. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. If you guys are, hit the like button and subscribe. But until, as I say, right now we're just kind of waiting for them to go back racing. So, I guess they aren't expecting people coming to pit road here, because I wouldn't, well, like, are they going back to commercial breaks? Because we just came back from one. Okay, yeah, they're going to another commercial break here, so, but, yeah, so once, we get this caught, so I'm hoping that if they went to an ad break, they already know whether or not the, field is coming to pit road. But, either that or it's a short ad break, and we come back with cars on pit road. We'll have to wait and see, because again, that kind of stuff it's kind of impossible to know that beforehand. So here we go. All right, so here we go. Oh yeah, also a quick reminder: we are actually only one subscriber away from hitting that goal that I had back in May of getting 2,250 subscribers, and of course, trying to push towards that next goal of 2,300 subscribers, which would be absolutely incredible. But say we're making progress towards that goal. So here we go. Let's see what we got going on here, man. I hate these I hate these Big Brother type TV shows. I've never understood the appeal of them, but yeah. I mean, there must be an audience for it, because somehow the show these shows keep surviving. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, so here we go. So tomorrow, I should have a recap of the NASCAR Cup Series race here. Probably that'll be out tomorrow, more than likely, considering how late I think this race will probably end up running. But we'll have to wait and see. And then I got some more content I'm hoping to roll out this week, so we'll have to wait and see though. But yeah, so for right now though, we're getting ready for this last stream, and seems like people are starting to think Amarola is going to win this first stage. It's still pretty early, but people seem to have a pretty good idea here. They still haven't gotten the 21 back to his pit stall yet. I mean, I get it. You're going slow out of caution to make sure you don't tear his car apart, but come on. It feels like it's taking a long time, although I know it's a mile and a half racetrack, so maybe that makes sense. But yeah, here we go. Alright, so it looked like Chastain came down pit road. Not sure who else. And alright, let's see what actually happened. So Harrison got stuck. He actually lost quite a few spots before that. I want to know what happened to make him lose all those spots before that. But yeah, he got loose over some of the bumps that this track already has started to get. But so he's already 4 laps down. That's going to be hard for a car. Even if he has a great car, it's going to be hard to overcome a 4-lap deficit. Not impossible, but certainly nowhere near easy at this point. Just going to go ahead and swap the earbuds now before I forget. But yeah, here we go. Okay, so Christopher Bell finished 3rd in that race in the spring? Wow, I thought he finished worse than that, but I know there was a group of Toyotas at the front. I just didn't realize Bell was the lead of that. I thought it was Reddick that was leading that charge for the Toyotas. But yeah, so right now we're just kind of getting ready for this one. William Byron, he won one of the Atlanta races last year. He won the spring race last year, so. Oh, Harvick came down pit road too? Oh boy. Wonder what's gonna happen here. Can they make it to the end of the stage on fuel? That's my question. So, the only track I really know the fuel number really well at is at Daytona. You can go about a little over 40 laps. So, let's see. I'm going to do a real quick math here. So, let's take the 2.5 miles that Daytona is, multiply it by 40 laps. So, that means 100 miles. So, that means about 67 laps here. So, yeah, they should be able to go the first stage on fuel. It'll be close, but they should be able to make it, especially with this yellow allowing them to save some gas here as they go through some of these stages here. But yeah, here we go. Oh, man, this is gonna be a good race though. I can already tell. And we're getting ready to drop the green flag. Yeah, woohoo! Let's go. I'm gonna turn on this extra light just to, because it's looking a little dark. There we go. Let's see how that looks in terms of the brightness on the screen, because it's looking a little dark for me. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, say pace car dives in, and we're green flag racing. Green, green, green. Eric Almirola, Ryan Blaney on the front row here. Surprised that Joey and Blaney didn't team up on the inside to try and team up and pass Almirola. But that outside line looks very well organized compared to that inside lane, which is a little bit straggling. And yep, there we go. Logano able to push. Logano was able to push past Blaine, push Amarella past Blaney here, and keep this thing moving. So here we go. So right now, let's say 3 wide. What? And say, what is Ty Gibbs doing all the way down there? He's got no teammates that are going to help him, but looks like it's going to work out okay. I mean, he comes out second out of those 3 cars that were 3 wide. So. Halfway. We have rain coming in about an hour and a half, so here we go. That's going to be interesting to see if this race gets cut down a significant amount. It will be curious to see what ends up happening. Obviously, we don't want to see it ended under rain, but if it does, we could see, and I say it will certainly up the intensity on these drivers, because there are no rain tires for super speedways, because the speeds that they're running and how close they're running together would be completely unsafe at in rain conditions. The rain tires are really only approved for road courses and ovals, but yeah, here we go. But man, here we go. And say right now, oh, Stenhouse up into the. Oh wait, no, Stenhouse isn't up there. Harvick's way further back than he was. McDowell up to 13th though. Nice to see McDowell making some ground there. He's now linked up with his teammate Todd Gilliland. So McDowell and Gilliland can go ahead and get this one. But yeah, I don't know if they should be making that comparison. This track, I get it that they're comparing it to Bristol, but they should not be in any way comparing this track to Bristol. Bristol is a superior track still, in my opinion. I don't mind the Atlanta Superspeedway repave, especially if they leave it at this one. Worst case scenario, they go and do this to Texas too, and that would be the worst case scenario that I would accept. I would absolutely hate it if we see multiple additional mile and a half super speedways. Yeah. I mean, we have a good thing going here, and I think we are right about at the limit. If they add Texas as a super speedway like this, I don't know. That might be pushing it, and certainly anything beyond that would be way too much. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see though here as we get ready for the Truex making some moves there. Truex up to 4th place here. Although Kyle Larson on the inside here, on the inside of Truex. Wow. But there we go. He loses out the spot there, and now he's side by side with Cindric and continuing to backslide. But Kyle Larson has found his teammate, William Byron, there on the bottom line. So those two are going to try and see what they can do together to run up to the top of this field. So here we go. Let's see. There we go. So Larson's got room to move up, but he doesn't want to leave his teammate out to dry, I think is the big thing. And his teammate is currently battling Cindric. No, he does move up and leaves his teammate down there to dry. Oh, that is going to hurt. Say, if I'm Byron, I'm not a big fan that my teammate just left me out to dry like that. But Reddick and Cindric now side by side. Man, these guys just are not willing to sit in line and wait. Which, hey, I like it because it means we get more action here than we normally would. We're already halfway through this first stage. We haven't had an attempt at the lead yet, or we haven't had a serious attempt at the lead at least. But yeah, here we go. So right now, McDowell and Hamlin fighting it out. What is that for 10th? Oh, I know that's for 14th. Okay, so Hamlin slid back a bit there. Didn't realize he slid back there to McDowell. But hey, you know what? McDowell's actually in a pretty good spot on points. If McDowell can just survive this race, again, I mean, this is typically the type of track I would expect him to gain points at, but if he can survive, he might be able to gain a ton of points potentially here. There we go. Michael McDowell up and passes Denny Hamlin here, and he's now right in behind his teammate yet again. Todd Gilliland and Michael McDowell here. And they're going to the bottom of the racetrack as NASCAR goes to commercial break. So here we go. Oh, hey Eric, how's it going? Nice to see you popping back in. And say we saw you yesterday as well. So, who you rooting for in this race? Say trying to remember who your guys are. Trying to remember, are you a Chase Elliott guy or? Because I know there's a lot of Chase Elliott guys, but yeah, there's a lot of. I was just trying to remember who your guy is that you usually root for, but I think today is definitely the Ford's day. Oh, and Bell just made the pass on Briscoe, so it looks like Briscoe's starting to fade, and I'm curious what would happen to Amarola if he does ever lose this top spot right now. Because right now, I think Logano doesn't mind pushing Amarola, but when it gets time for pay dirt here, or however you say it, when we get down to points paying time, you are gonna want to have a shot at this race win, or in particular the stage wins. We've seen the Penske guys in again 2017. It was we saw them pull a strategy like this in the playoff race at Talladega. They went and kind of shuffled the lead around to make sure they were maximizing the points for the guys who needed points. And then ultimately, Keselowski went on to win that race. Hey, Scotty, how's it going? All right, you're rooting for Alex Bowman. Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing it, especially where he's been injured a lot this season. He was injured for a decent amount of the season. Kind of took him from potentially the regular season champion all the way back to fighting with McDowell for the playoff spot. I certainly would be in support of seeing a Alex Bowman. I mean, winning a race if it weren't for the fact that it would hurt Michael McDowell's playoff hopes, because Michael McDowell is one of my guys, and I want to see him point his way to the playoffs this year. We've never seen a driver in that kind of equipment point their way to the playoffs. It's always been the surprise winner late in the season going and popping up. All right. So here we go. So Logano led a lap there in the middle of all that. Okay. I don't know when he led a lap because we really haven't had a challenge for the lead at all. So, yeah. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. Oh, he got a big push there. He actually had a pretty good challenge for the lead. And I guess he must have led a lap but then didn't like it in the lead or something. Not sure what happened, but yeah, he almost immediately lost the lead again. Yeah. Letting Amarola go right on back by. Why? But yeah, here we go. So So Blaney, Amarola, and Logano are up there, and a lot of people seem to think Amarola's going to be able to hold on for this stage win. I think those two Penske cars behind, I certainly see this potentially being a Logano stage win here. All Logano needs to do is back up to his teammate, get the push. Honestly, I think the pass there where he led the lap was a practice run just to kind of see what he could do if he needed to try and take the lead, like he will when we get ready for race time, or when we get down to the end of the stage here. So here we go. And I say Amarola. I mean, Amarola's a must-win at this point. He can't point his way to the playoffs. Certainly not with the way he's been running. I mean, maybe if he starts top fiving the field to literal death, like second, third, second, maybe he could maybe get there. But I just don't see a path for Amarola. I don't see Amarola to the playoffs happening. Not without a win, certainly. All right, Eric's picking Keselowski. Okay, nice, solid pick. He was one of the guys I mentioned in my Fantasy Friday as a very good value fantasy pick, and certainly this would be the week to use him if you have uses of him left for the NASCAR Fantasy Live game. This definitely is the place I would have used him. In fact, I did use him, pretty sure, in my fantasy team. But yeah, here we go. I say Reddick looking like he wants to make a move here, but I don't know if he has confidence in the guys behind him to make the move with him. Especially, now he's got his teammate Christopher Bell right in behind him, but Cindric here. Oh, Cindric going to the inside, and Logano making the pass for the lead again here. So Joey Logano takes the lead. Is he just not wanting to wait till the end of the stage here, or is he just doing another test pass here? And I say Eric Almirola gonna. And I say here we go. Eric Almirola has now been shuffled out of the lead. I think this is what the Penske cars were kind of waiting for. Because we know the Penske cars. We kind of expected that they were going to play some kind of strategy like this, where they were going to try and get around Almirola. I just thought they were going to wait till the very end of the stage here, but no, they waited and made the move here. But yeah, right now though, those two Penske cars though, they've gotten their lead, and they're coming up the lap. Who is that? Is that Harrison Burton probably that they're coming up the lap? But yeah, it's gonna end up being a question mark here. But there we go. Almirola almost just slammed Reddick into the fence there. That's not good. And I say, here we go, 3 wide with Reddick and Bell here. Man, I can't imagine Reddick's too happy about that. Oh, and Reddick goes for a slide. How did he save that? How did Reddick save that? How do you leave tire tracks in both directions at 175 miles an hour with people on your bumper and not wreck? How did you do that? I gotta see this again. Alright, so first off, Eric absolutely chopped him off there. Then you had Bell do essentially the same type of thing, and then off the nose of Cindric's cars where he got really loose there, going through the quad oval there where it's very flat. But man, how did you save that? And that was insane. Is Bell really gonna win this stage from starting at the rear of the field? Because I said this before the race. But I didn't think it was gonna be possible. I didn't want to pick him because I figured he was gonna wreck coming from the back once I saw he was going to the rear. But he's rocketed to the front here, and he's now in position to potentially win a race here. Let's see. And now it's, Martin Truex Jr. on the bottom here, inside third row, or side by side with Larson for third here. Might be able to even get side by side with Blaney for second, but I don't know. There. Oh, there we go. Bell just pulled up to that outside line to make a hole there. Michael McDowell making a run to the front on the bottom lane here. So Michael McDowell making a big move here for the race lead. Or not big move for the race lead, but a big move making his way towards the front. Might be able to challenge for the lead here. I'd love to see Michael McDowell win a stage again. Haven't seen him do that since 2018 2018 at Daytona. He didn't even win the stage. I'm sure he has a stage win or two at some of the road courses maybe, but yeah, right now though, McDowell's got nothing for help though behind him here. He's got a couple guys further back, but nobody really close on his bumper to maybe help him. Hey, Amarola, if you might be giving a chance to try and push your successor here in the number 34 car. Because I've heard McDowell's name linked as a Stuart Haas potential driver here with the Amarola's potential retirement here. Again, he announced he was going to retire at the end of 2021. Then he signed a 2-year multi-year extension. We assume it's a 2-year deal. So right now we just don't know what is in store for him. But yeah, you could have a chance though to push your successor here. Oh, and there we go. There goes Larson to the bottom of the racetrack. Larson's trying to make a move here for the race lead. And say he's going to get a nose out in front. Is he going to lead the lap? No, Logano leads the lap. So Kyle Larson comes up second in that lap by 0.28. So 28 1,000ths of a second off of the lead there. And here we go. McDowell and Larson. That's the combo. Blaney making a move on his teammate Logano here. Blaney makes the pass here on Logano as we got 3 laps to go here in stage number 1. And there we go. McDowell pulled up into line here, and now he's side by side with Cindric in about 5th place. Oh, no, 6th place. 6th place. But, man, right now, though, Larson back down on the inside trying to make some passes happen, but it looks like he's actually losing some ground here. McDowell back to the bottom here on Cindric. So Michael McDowell now to the inside of Christopher Bell for Michael McDowell. He's got a massive run there, but he's got nothing for help right behind him. Oh, here we go. Logano to the bottom here as we take the white flag in stage number 1. Stage number 1, last lap, side by side, Penske teammates. You can't pass them if they're too wide. That's the strategy, it looks like. And yeah, it is going to be hard for someone to pass them. Oh, 3 wide for the race lead. 3 wide. Larson to the bottom, to the inside of Logano. He passes Logano, now past Blaney. He's got a nose out ahead of Blaney. Blaney fighting back. Ryan Blaney wins stage number 1. Oh, man. Whew. That was insane. So Ryan Blaney held off. What was that really by the same exact margin that Logano held off Larson by when I was watching earlier? Wow. So Ryan Blaney, your stage 1 winner over Kyle Larson by 28 1,000ths of a second. So here we go. Man, that was insane. Real quick rundown through the rest of the finishing order. Truex, 3rd. Logano ends up 4th after all that. 5th for William Byron. 6th for Bell. 7th, Cindric. 8th for Michael McDowell. Oh, that's a gut punch there. 9th, Tyler Reddick. And rounding out the top 10 is Eric Almirola in terms of points earned. Ty Gibbs, Allmendinger, and Justin Haley, the first 3 to miss out on stage points here, which is crazy. Wow. That was insanity here. Wow. Talk about a crazy finish to stage number 1 there. But, yeah. Man. Oh, man. So, that was insane, though. The run to the checkers there. Just gonna take a quick peek down the line, see about any other potential stories. I'm sure. Let's see. There we go. So Harrison Burton should be the free pass. He is 6 laps down, but he has the potential to make some moves at least. Unfortunately for my lineup, Corey LaJoie not doing too well here. Eric Jones running in 20th right now. Again, it's still early, so we could see some moving up and down the field here. Alex Bowman 15th. Kyle Busch comes home 14th in stage number 1. Where they don't necessarily pay points, we don't necessarily focus too much on those, but yeah. Wow. Larson, who was I didn't even realize how close Larson came to I don't know. I would almost say that Larson might get penalized here. We might not be done here with the stage results. And say, if I'm NASCAR, I don't penalize him, especially where he didn't end up winning the stage off of it. But yeah, I mean, it's very much the double line rule at the super speedways has always been very questionable as to when it is and isn't enforced. But yeah. Here we go. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this one. If you guys are, hit the like button and subscribe for more. Of course, we got a long race to go here. Still, we got stage. We got stage 2 and most of stage 3 probably. It does sound like there's a little bit of inclement weather on the way, but so far though, it is not. We are certainly not out here yet. But yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting it out here. So wow, like Larson with a rocket pit stop there compared to Logano at least, and yeah, there we go. Larson's gonna win the race off pit road by a healthy margin. What happened to Truex? Truex was backwards there. Daniel Suarez takes 2 tires and gains some spots. Busher takes 2 tires and gains some spots. Oh. So Truex got clipped by Michael McDowell, and that's what led to him being facing the wrong way when they went and looked. So, man, that's a bummer. Hate to see that one for. Yeah, hate to see that one for both Truex and Michael McDowell because I'm sure that didn't do anything good for their car. Alright, so here we go. Just responding to a few things here, and then we'll be back when the commercial break is over. Actually, I'm gonna try and run a quick ad here. Just because I seem to get say everybody likes to blow up my phone the second I go live, which is fun. So you're just gonna really quickly refresh my streaming thing to make sure I've got the most up to date stream. But yeah, so we're back. There's still a commercial break, but yeah, here we go. There we go, and they just came back from commercial break too, which makes this nice and easy. So here we go. So we're 6 laps in here to the it's 100 lap stage here. So halfway is at 130. So we got 60 lap. We got about 60 or so laps here to go until we hit the halfway mark, which would make the race official. But wow, that end of the stage was insane, though. I can't believe how insane that end of the stage was. But man, it's a bummer to see Michael McDowell's car ending up with damage after all that. Although obviously it was his fault. He drove right out into Truex, but I think it was also partially just the release because they should be informing the driver of when there's going to be a gap to send him out. But yeah. Oh, 11 equipment interference. 20 with a penalty for removing equipment. 24 with a safety violation. So that's 3 penalties right there. The Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, and William Byron each received a penalty here. And here we go. Green flag is out, and we are racing at Atlanta once again, though. Kyle Larson on the front row here with Ryan Blaney. Suarez on 2 tires in behind Larson. But those teammates on the bottom, those 3 Penske cars, absolutely look hooked up, though. Oh, man, here we go. Let's see. Let's say Blaney had a pretty good run there, but again, you got the unpreferred line, and Logano goes up behind it. Larson, why would you go behind Larson? There we go. Back down to the bottom. There we go. Let's try and give some good pushes here and see what ends up happening. But Blaney definitely has the option now to move up and down lanes if he needs to. But right now, I think he just wants to try and tow his teammates down the straightaway, though, if at all possible. So there we go. Logano in behind, now side by side with Larson for second. Looks like he's going to be able to clear him here. And then you've got Cindric, who's now side by side with Larson. Cindric's the last driver that needs to try and get clear, and they're going to bail on him just a little bit there, but he's got help from behind in the form of Alex Bowman, who doesn't really have any other choices to where to go here. So I see Bowman up there near the front, though. I know Scotty was talking about hoping that Bowman could get the win here today. So here we go. Let's see. Can Cindric... Oh, and Cindric gets taken 3 wide here. That's going to pretty much end Cindric's shot at getting with his teammates here at the front of the field. Because, middle of 3 wide very rarely ends up working out well for the car in the middle. Especially where there doesn't appear to be a lane in the middle. It's not like Larson's on the outside. Larson's now on the outside of so without anybody behind him. So I say they are still 3 wide. I thought Cindric was going to go backwards, but the 99 of Suarez ended up helping Cindric stabilize there and ends up only losing 2 spots. But, I mean, then we saw another set of 3 wide further back between, Reddick, Suarez, and somebody else. So, here we go. That's Kyle Busch on the bottom now. So, man, it's pretty, crazy, these restarts are crazy, and there we go. the 3 Penske cars have gotten hooked up, and they are now leading 1, 2, 3. So Blaney, Logano, Cindric, and now those guys. Now these guys have the opportunity to try and move up and down the lane, and Cindric just lost a spot there. Wow. Curious as to why Cindric would just give up a spot there. Like, come on, you gotta know how to play defense. Your first career win was at the Daytona 500 for a super speedway win. You gotta know how to block. Come on. That'd be like trying to make it into the NFL as a lineman and not knowing how to block. There we go. Cindric's making some okay moves, but I just question why he ended or how he ended up letting Larson get back to this point where he's side by side when they had a 1, 2, 3 single file line ahead of Larson a minute ago. I mean, I'm sure it came down to just trying to make a block and couldn't block both lanes, obviously, but I thought he had a shot at it at least. But, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Getting ready for the race. For the races, let's say Blaney, Logano, and Cindric have gotten back out and cleared Larson. Okay, there we go. They're back out in front of Larson, clear. Buescher, Suarez, and Bowman here in the middle here. It's a curious group to see this group behind the Penske trio, because really there's no real consistency outside of that front 3. I mean, you got Larson for Hendrick, you got Bowman, who's the second Hendrick car, but then you got Buescher for RFK Ford, you got Suarez in a Trackhouse Chevy, you got Bubba in a 2311 Toyota, I mean. Then you got Justin Haley in a Colleague Chevy, and then Tyler Reddick in another 2311 Toyota. So, yeah, it's a weird combo there. But, yeah, here we go. Let's see. There's Allmendinger showing up near the front here. This was the site of his first oval win in Xfinity as well. But that was also before the repave. But I wouldn't put it past Allmendinger to maybe show up and impress here. I'm actually going to really quickly go ahead and change my fantasy lineup. Make sure I get my lineup fixed. Because I know I had LaJoy in there, who I don't necessarily think is actually... He was kind of my long shot that I picked anyway. I always try and have at least one long shot in my lineup that, hey, if it works, I look like a genius, even if it likely isn't going to work out here. Oh, caution! 24 goes for a spin. William Byron spins it out, and what happened there? Let's say a right rear tire is down for him, so that's not good. But man, yeah, I'm definitely feeling feeling like I should have picked Logano, but I opted to go with Kyle Busch over Logano for the. I had 5 uses left of each of them for that, so here we go. So where's McDowell at? Did he at least stay on lead lap with all his trouble? Yeah, he stayed on lead lap. Michael McDowell is 27th. Okay, so he's certainly not doing well, but he isn't necessarily the worst. So now we got ourselves a caution. I'm going to go ahead and put in the names on the poll. Last time Busch finished in the top 25, are you talking about like a super speedway? Because he won Talladega earlier this year, but I thought he finished top 25 at Chicago last week. Give me a second and I'll find that answer, but pretty sure he was in the top 25 at Chicago. Let's see. Yeah, Kyle Busch was 5th at Chicago last week, so yeah, last week was the last time he finished in the top 25. And say he finished 5th last week at Chicago, so I'm just putting up the stage 2 poll real quick, and I'll be right back. Joe Logano. I'm gonna include Kyle Larson instead of having it be a Penske sweep of it, but yeah. Yeah, after going underneath the tire barrier, he ended up finishing top 5 in that race, which was incredible. That's why I didn't remember if he actually finished up there, because I knew we had that caution midway through, and the race got shortened a little bit last week. But yeah, that was a fun one though for Kyle Busch to see him go ahead and get that one. But yeah, kind of let down and had high hopes for him. How high were your hopes for him? I mean, he's got 3 wins this year, and he's probably one of the favorites for this championship. I mean, what were you expecting him to have? I mean, even if you look back to 2018, that dominating season that the big 3 had, I mean, even then he only got what, 4 or 5 wins at this point in that year, and that was one of the best seasons of for any driver pretty much ever. I mean, honestly, I'd say 3 wins so far this year is certainly impressive. Oh, and Denny Hamlin gets checked up behind Alex Bowman on a fuel only stop. Joey Logano with fuel only. Looks like Blaney with fuel only. So a lot of fuel only stops here. Yeah, he won at Auto Club Talladega and he won Gateway last month. So yeah, he's at 3 wins already. Yeah, he won at Auto Club in February. Then he won at Talladega in April, and then he won he won Gateway at Gateway Motorsports Park last month. So yeah, he's got 3 wins, and I think where is he in regular season points? Because I haven't actually looked. I haven't really paid attention to regular season points for him because he's locked in. So he's 5th in the regular season standings. So yeah, he's 5th place in regular season standings with those 3 wins, and those 3 wins tie him for most in the series with William Byron. And I think maybe Larson also has 3 wins, but yeah. Yeah, because I was super excited when I saw Kyle Busch win the race off pit road at Auto Club back in February. He beat, I think it was Chastain off of pit road with about 40 laps to go, and then those last 40 laps were essentially the Kyle Busch show, the Kyle Busch party show there for the remainder of the race, which was exciting. Exciting for me because I'm a big Kyle Busch fan. Maybe not as exciting for people who hate Kyle, but I've noticed the hate for him being down quite a bit now that he's in a Chevy, but yeah. Gonna say William Byron though, he's been another one. Let me see who. I feel like there's a third driver that has 3 wins this year. I know Truex has 2 wins as a part of his bounce back season. Let's see. Oh nope, it's only Byron and Kyle Busch with 3 wins. Truex and Kyle Larson are the only other drivers with 2 wins, and then there's a long list of drivers who have 1 win. So, yep, there's that. Then the battle around that cut line is getting really intense, though. You've got Ty Gibbs just barely being on the inside looking out. You've got Suarez, who's like, I think, 2 points outside the cut line, although he looks like he might be in position to earn some more points here today to try and point his way back in over Ty Gibbs. Then we've got Michael McDowell, who is only 10 points out, and he's a typical. He both performs at super speedways and at the road courses, which we still have 2 of each left. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Michael McDowell point his way towards that playoffs. So yeah, I'd love to see him win, but I kind of want him to wait for his win until he gets to the playoffs because I want to see him prove that he can do it and point his way to the playoffs because we haven't seen a driver like that point to the playoffs in a long time. And normally if they get a win early, they just get written off as, oh yeah, they just got a win. Even if like Stenhouse is here, Stenhouse is in position to point his way to the playoffs if it weren't for the win. I think he's like 13th or 14th in regular season standings. I think that's what I saw. He's 14th right now in regular season standings, so even without the win, he'd still be pretty comfortably in. But yep. And I say they're recapping the penalties from that last round of pit stops. But yep. So uncontrolled tire, removing equipment, and that was just unsafe rolling the tire back to pit road and almost hitting a crew member there for the Denny Hamlin team. And I say, and Reddick with a big. And I say they had a crew member over the wall too soon for Reddick, as well as I think they also pit the car. I think they pit the car while it was outside the box too. That should be a double penalty, but I don't know if they caught both of those or what. But that was a lot to recap in one yellow flag. But green flag is back out and we're racing here at Atlanta. So Bubba and Truex on the front row here. Interesting to see those Toyotas that the Toyota's kind of taking control of the front of the field for right now. Although there are a lot, those Penske Fords are right there ready to pounce if they get a shot. You got Joey Logano. You have and say Cindric's not too far away. I'm sure. Yep, there's Ryan Blaney. He's in P6 here on the restart. So. Say there's definitely some. Say the front runners are still around. Say Larson's kind of buried a little bit further back. He's about 10th or 11th here. But yeah. So we do have the race poll up. If you guys want to go ahead and put your picks in, obviously you don't have to. You could wait until we see some of these front runners maybe settle out because it's a long second stage, honestly. But yeah. Todd Gilliland was impressive in qualifying, seeing him up in that top 10. I'm usually only focused on when McDowell gets up there, but hey, if Gilliland can get up there and qualify too, might make a case for him sticking around for next year. Although I think they should go all in for Zane Smith and Michael McDowell. I think that should be the 1-2 combo next year. I just don't know what you can offer Todd Gilliland that'll be better than what other teams are offering. Oh, Ty Gibbs slipping and sliding around here. And I say that Slim Jim car on the 47 as well looked like he slipped around a little bit too there. And then, oh yeah, LaJoy, I gotta remember, LaJoy's in those Gamebridge colors this week, so that's gonna be a little weird to see. But right now, Truex on the outside, Alex Bowman up to the inside here on the front row to try and challenge for this race lead. Just not sure who. Okay, he's got Buescher and Justin Haley for help, so not really any. Not really any teammate help, but he does have some help there. Oh, he pulls up into line, and Bubba then ducks out of line to try and pass Alex Bowman. And say Bowman managed to get up in line in front of Bubba Wallace, and Bubba dives out from behind him here. But yeah, here we go. Say, Chris Buescher is doing really well here. And I say again, another one of those RFK cars that I've been talking very highly about all week, including the Fantasy Friday show that I started up this week. First episode I mentioned Penske and RFK were going to be the two to watch here, along with a couple other wild cards. And so far, it looks like I'm, as I say again, trying not to toot my own horn too much, but hey, it looks like I'm not half bad at this whole fantasy game stuff. Oh, we got a spin! There's a caution! Caution flag, Larson! Larson's around. Along with, I see Chase Briscoe spinning too. Amarola dives towards pit road. I don't know if that was just to evade or if he had some sort of issue too, but sounded like Dale Jr. called it before anyone actually spun here. But yeah, there we go. I say Austin Hill looks okay. He was another driver I was interested to see how he was going to do, making a part-time start in Cup this year, as he's one of the front runners for the potential for the Xfinity Series championship here. So the 5 got really loose and just had nowhere to, and the 43 had nowhere to go as the 5 car was backing up and really loose there. Spins out in front, and then I'm assuming I want to see a wider camera angle. No, NASCAR. Zoom out, NASCAR. Come on. You got such a narrow frame of angle, I can't see what's going on behind them because I want to know what happened with the Chase Briscoe machine. If that was a separate thing or if that was a spin. Okay, here we go. Nice wide camera angle. Let's see. So let's see. And then they go in. Again, no great camera angles. Come on. NASCAR, you have how many cameras at this race? And I could probably find better camera angles from the grandstands. But yeah, here we go. Alright, so let's say, yeah, the 5 car definitely has some damage as well, but you still haven't seen what happened with Briscoe. Alright. That's not showing. Okay, so they're showing again the battle for the. Okay, so. Yeah, and say I don't think Eric Jones made any contact until it was absolutely necessary there, because the 5 car was out of the gas and loose, and nothing Eric Jones could have done there to make that go any better. Yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing Eric Jones could really do there. But yeah. So yeah, so there's some damage. Larson is on the NASCAR crash clock, so he's got to get that damage fixed pretty quickly here as they are going and trying to fix the damage. I'm gonna go and throw a quick commercial break in here. Hopefully, we'll have to wait and see, but yeah. But yeah, right now though, Chris Buescher's marked as the race leader. That's impressive to see. I didn't even see that he got all the way up to the lead here. All right, so yeah, I'd love it if they would pop up the DVP for Kyle Larson just so that we can kind of track it ourselves on the screen. But I'm sure NASCAR is doing a great job of tracking it. But yeah, just kind of one of those things that's nice to follow along with the crash clock. But yeah. All right, so Truex and Bubba Wallace both coming to pit road along with Ty Dillon, Chase Elliott, Noah Gragson, Eric Almirola, Cole Custer, and Michael McDowell all come to pit road here. So, fuel only for Truex here. Looks like 4 tires for, 4 tires for Bubba. We'll have to wait and see what the rest of the field does here. But, yeah, right now it's just kind of a waiting game here. But, yeah, so right now on pit road, trying to see, okay, Cole Custer had 4 tires. Chase Elliott went for 4 tires as well. Alright, here we go. Oh, man. Whew. Here we go. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the broadcast so far. I know I'm having a ton of fun with these live streams. But, yeah, so let's see. So, it's Buescher, Haley, Bowman, Allmendinger, and Logano, the top 5. Ryan Preece, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Blaney, Suarez, and Cindric, the top 10. Gilliland, Eric Jones, and Chastain, the first 3 outside the top 10. So, let's see. So those front finishers, I'm surprised we haven't seen anybody voting other here, considering the amount of other drivers near the front. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Buescher is able to lead the remainder of these laps in stage 2, but yeah, it certainly isn't a guarantee. But yeah, here we go. They're showing a promo for some golf thing here. But, yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting for these long commercial breaks on the NASCAR broadcast to be over. But, yeah. Let me know who you guys are rooting for to win these race, by the way. Or anything else you guys would like to see me talk about. Because, let's say, when we have these caution flags, or even potentially if we get a stale part of the race, although so far I have not seen any signs that we're going to get a stale part of the race. Let me know what you guys would like me to talk about, because, we're here for, an hour and a half, 2 hours minimum, and we're, each week, so I'm always open to talk. Just let me know what you guys want to hear about, because there's a lot of stuff that happens each week, and they are back from commercial break, but, yeah, looking forward to the return of American Ninja Warrior this weekend, or I say this week, because it comes back tomorrow after a week off. But yeah, so NASCAR mobile app, they're doing a quick promo for it. So here we go. Let's say they're talking about their NASCAR fantasy lineups too. So yeah, let's say my fantasy lineup I think is still looking pretty good. Well, good in terms of I've got my optimal lineup here. Actually, Kyle Busch is 2 spots behind LaJoy in terms of points earned. Keselowski's back there too, so we could see some changes happen. Maybe I should look into it, but yeah. Oh, Denny Hamlin's crew chief thinks that rain is almost inevitable here. So here we go. All right, so it sounds like Chris Gabehart thinks no way we get the full distance in, or at least not without some rain break here. green flag is out, and we're racing at Atlanta. So here we go. Back to the green flag, and on the loud pedal, it's Buescher versus Haley for the race lead. Allmendinger and Bowman pushing them. Ironic that Allmendinger didn't end up going behind his teammate there of Justin Haley, assuming that he had the choice of the two lanes. It's possible that Bowman was already down there and he just didn't want to lose an extra row just to push the lane that his teammate is in. As I say, racing to halfway, they need to get another 30 laps in. So we are 30 laps away from halfway, which would be an official race by NASCAR standards. Now, granted, NASCAR did actually last week throw a impromptu end to a race, but again, I think that was very extenuating circumstances where a street course, you can't leave Chicago shut down waiting for rain to lift later on in the week. But here we go. Chris Buescher and AJ Allmendinger, the front two. Justin Haley in third here. Almost cleared Joey Logano for third, but Logano has a run back on the outside here with his teammate Ryan Blaney, and behind him giving a nice good push and allowing Logano to actually clear Justin Haley here for position. And I say, Ryan Preece in the mix. That's nice to see. I don't know what we're going to end up seeing here, but right now it looks like, let's say, Ryan Preece getting that opportunity in the 41 car. Nice to see him finally showing some of that success that I think a lot of us are looking forward to. And Alex Bowman making a big dive up the inside there, trying to make something happen, although I don't know if it actually accomplished much. But, yeah. So here we go. Let's see. Hamlin. So Justin Haley's fallen all the way back. Although he's only second car on the inside line, it's just the fact that the inside line itself is falling back so far. Corey LaJoie is up into the top 10. Oh boy. Do I have to adjust my fantasy lineup again here? Hopefully, if we get a rain delay yellow that potentially might end the race, that will give me plenty of time to get the perfect lineup in my for the NASCAR fantasy. But yeah. Also, as I mentioned, I am gonna have to take a quick break when and if we get a rain delay to set up the Mario Kart, because I forgot to grab the capture card from the other room. It's still hooked up with the Xbox. But yeah. So Bowman started the furthest back, but that is such a bad stat for NASCAR to pull up. Make it since the last restart if you're gonna show progress, especially 100 laps into a race. I mean, we're nearly halfway into the race. I don't think where they started matters too much. Who's been the biggest gain from the start of the race, NASCAR? Like, come on. You gotta have better stats than that around. But yeah, right now Keselowski pops out of line here on Justin Haley, and he's gonna try and take that spot here. What spot is that? That's for that battle is only for 12th. Wow, I thought Haley is really dropping far. I don't know if he must be on old tires, because there's no way he's on the same tires as everybody else up there and falling this far, but his teammate stabilized in second. But yeah, right now though, certainly Suarez is getting bullied around back here at the very least. And here we go. Say 3 wide there. Gregson, Bell, and Jones in the mix there. So far, Eric Jones is yet to finish worse than say somebody got into the mess here. Okay, one second. I gotta go correct one of my friends. Yay. But yeah, this battle for the lead though, it's gonna be intense here. I hope that Busher doesn't get a win via the rain, just because I want to see him. I want to. I like to see these yeah, kind of underdog drivers, especially the ones that I think legitimately can get these wins. I want to see these guys actually achieving stuff that people aren't just going to say, oh, yeah, it was a fluky rain win. Because fluky rain wins, they do happen, but yeah. So here we go. So Busher and Almanac. Oh, whoa! What? What was that? Who who just did that to Chastain? I gotta know who did it, and more importantly, what on earth was that? All right, so we are officially at 2,250 subscribers. Thank you guys for helping us hit that mark. Oh, big hit to the back bumper of Ross Chastain there from Ty Gibbs. But yeah, I don't know who that red car was. Oh, it was Christopher Bell, and there we go. Christopher Bell 3 wide on the inside again. So Christopher Bell dove up the inside 3 wide all of a sudden. Yeah, went 3 wide on Dillon and Austin Dillon and Ross Chastain, and then went and did the same thing to another set of drivers here. A lap or so later. This is crazy. What are these guys doing? And there we go. Keselowski looking for 3 wide here on the inside. He knows time is ticking. You can't just wait around, because we may end up having this race end here pretty soon, because the talk of lightning on the team radios is picking up quite a bit. And we're going to a side-by-side commercial, which means we get to see the track. Yay! Woohoo! But yeah, here we go. And oh, Kyle Larson coming down pit road. Uh-oh. Does he have a flat tire, or is he pitting for some other reason? Because no reason Kyle Larson should be coming down pit road this close to the end of the race, unless he thinks that pitting here will get him in fuel window to out fuel mileage the rest of them for this. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see here. But yeah, right now though, Denny Hamlin down on the bottom of the racetrack trying to make something happen down there. He's the lead car on the outside lane, or on the inside lane. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't had more people voting on the poll. After the first poll, we had like 5, 6 people. Yeah, we had 5 votes on the first poll. But yeah, here we go. Cindric now comes down, and Cindric, Blaney, and Logano all come down in front of where Denny Hamlin was running. Kind of taking some of that momentum, trying to push. And so that trio of Penske cars are gonna try and gang up on the front two of Busher and Allmendinger here. Curious to see what ends up happening as we get later into this one. Say, race is pretty close to official here. We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, here we go. I don't see any way this race doesn't get to halfway, though. I mean, we're 15 laps from halfway. I mean that, and they're running what was the last lap's time? It was about 30 seconds, so it'll take about 8 minutes. If we can just have no lightning for 8 minutes, we're good to go here. Yeah, let's say halfway is definitely within reach here. I would be absolutely stunned if we don't get to halfway here before this rain hits, but that is a lot of rain that's about to dump on this track. And if they lose the track in particular, I'm not even sure if they would fight the rain. But man, can NASCAR just catch a break with one of these races and not have to worry about weather? I mean, last week in Chicago was super rainy. Threatened to end the race, and in fact, it did ultimately cause the race to end early due to darkness. But yeah, also ended up ending the Xfinity race before they even got to halfway. But man, weather has just not been on NASCAR's side for years, honestly. I mean, thinking back to 2020, almost every race they had after the pandemic was rain delayed. Trying to remember some of the other instances. I mean, we had trying to remember what the super rain race was. Back in 2018 at Indianapolis, there was a massive rain out that rained out Xfinity practice, Xfinity qualifying, Cup practice, Cup qualifying, Xfinity race, and the Cup race all moved to Monday. Obviously, they canceled practice and qualifying, but they it rained out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and forced both races to be run on a Monday. I remember because I was listening into it on my run during school because I was taking a Couch 5K class at the time. But there we go. And AJ Allmendinger just got passed by the three Penskes. Here we go. Now it's Corey LaJoie is around. Ty Gibbs involved. Ross Chastain got a piece of it. Truex was in it too. Uh-oh. But that is a bit. This is going to be a caution flag here, and we're not to halfway quite yet. We need to get about. We need 7 more laps here. Oh man, that would be annoying if we end up coming up short of halfway by that little. But man, here we go. Oh, yeah, Eric Jones just tried to stick it in there and didn't have the room to fit. I mean, I would say that's mostly on Eric Jones. Hard to really see if maybe Corey LaJoie was slowing up more than Jones thought, but I think that was. Oh, Eric, I'll say Corey LaJoie actually did come down a little bit. I would say still probably. I'd say 85-15, 85% of it's on Eric Jones, not 15% on Corey LaJoie, but I don't think. Again, I don't think Jones meant to cause that. It's just kind of is what it is sometimes, unfortunately. But man, that was a big wreck to happen. And I say I'm kind of glad that it. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, no, I definitely would put that mostly on Eric Jones still, but again, the replays do show that I think LaJoie was going to try and pinch the 43 down too. So I don't think that I think that does at least somewhat mitigate that. So Reddick, Todd Gilliland also says they were involved. I thought they made near misses, but I guess they're counting near misses as being involved in the crashes. I guess. But yeah, well, Joy actually, his car looks halfway decent for having spun out already. But yeah, here we go. All right, so let's see. Ryan Preece in the top 10. Brad Keselowski up into that top 10. Well, all my Ford picks are doing well. None of my other picks are doing well, though. Let's say everybody's coming to pit road. Why are they all going to pit road here? Let's say I'm definitely regretting not picking Logano though as one of my picks here. So here we go. So we are 5 laps away from halfway here. And Allmendinger, Hamlin, Priest, Bell, Eric Jones, Martin Truex Jr., Bubba Wallace, Todd Gilliland, Tyler Reddick, Suarez, and more on pit road. So a lot of cars on pit road here. Oh yeah, I need to change my other lineups in the other leagues I'm in. I've been forgetting about my other lineups here. Alright, I need to sign into my other account here. The account where I'm in the big NBC Beat the Broadcasters roster. Alright, so yeah, we're in a commercial break right now, but we're just kind of waiting it out here. I'm gonna say, I thought this was my lineup that I needed to change, but everything's looking pretty solid on it. Yeah, my garage guy on that one is my lowest runner right now. Let me see what other lineups it is, but yeah, man. Oh, Bubba's spotter just said that there was lightning there towards turn one. So I don't know how close that is, but yeah. Wait a minute. Is McDowell really in the mix? Someone's saying McDowell's in the mix. He's 11th. Like McDowell's up to 11th. Come on. So yeah, there we go. There's the roster I needed to. I remembered that I took a bigger swing on. Because with my other roster, I've got like 2 or 3 other rosters in a couple different leagues. I usually try and vary my picks so that I'm not, if one driver gets taken out, I'm not completely out. But yeah, just changing up my fantasy lineup real quick, and I'll be right back with you guys. I'm actually gonna try and play that again, but yeah, we'll see if that actually inserts the ad here. Let's see. Tyler Reddick, yeah, nope. Tyler Reddick's not earning a ton of points here. We'll see if that is not looking very good for the weather. But yeah, I'm hoping McDowell can get up there. Again, good points day is all McDowell really needs right now, because especially where Suarez just came down pit road, he's got a bit of an edge over him. Bowman as well. No, Bowman's actually up in the 5th, so you need to get ahead of Bowman here. Right, I got 2 more fantasy leagues real quick that I need to update, because I'm in so many of these things. Okay, nope, that one's already good. Come on. Trying to use my autofill. Come on, really? Okay, here we go. Now it's letting me autofill. But yeah, this rain, I don't think it's going to be long. We hopefully can at least get to halfway here, though. Alright, and here we go. They're getting ready to go back racing. I just got one lineup left to check here. Oh, that lineup's already pretty much perfect. Okay. So, there we go. So, green flag is up, and they're racing here, and wow. Logano and Blaney have a great connection there on the bottom. Cindric and Buescher, though, on the top, firing back. Buescher gets the lead here. He can start to block both lanes if he wants to. Chris Buescher potentially looking for a regular season win here. That would be insane if we see a regular season win, or even just a stage win for Buescher would be amazing here. But yeah, right now though, Bowman versus, let's see, where's McDowell at? McDowell up into 10th here. I say it's going to be a fight here. I need McDowell to earn some points here in this stage. Trying to get as many points, stack the points as we can before we get this caution flag. So right now it looks like Noah Gregson's taking that top 10 spot from us. So here we go. Michael McDowell. And here we go. Whoa! Cindric trying to do something there, but I thought he was going to wipe himself out there. BJ McLeod up to 9th place, or up to 11th place. Nice to see BJ running well. After staying out there, he got himself some track position here, and man. So Buescher got loose and after the battle with Cindric, and now Cindric is leading at Atlanta here. So we are officially halfway. Just want to let my friends know because I know they were talking about halfway. So we made it to halfway here. And, oh, Keselowski down to the bottom of the track here while I was busy typing away, letting my friends know that we were halfway. Let's see. There we go. Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher to the bottom of the racetrack here. Let's see. Oh, man. So, Keselowski and Buescher on the inside. The 3 Penske cars on the outside. Could my prediction for the fantasy picks have been any more right? I said these 5 cars here were the 5 I circled. I should have gone all in, but I decided to not go all in, and now I've got Kyle Busch and Reddick in my lineup. But here we go. Yeah, we are past halfway here. So let's see the battle between the. I see Chase Elliott up in the mix. Elliott and Bowman in behind the RFK cars on the bottom line here. But Keselowski versus the 2 car, the battle we never thought we would see. But here we go. Oh, someone's up in the fence there. Not sure who it was, but someone was up there right near the fence. Oh! Contact. No, I'm not seeing a spin yet, though. Amarola and McDowell side by side here for 10th. At least I think that's for 10th. Hard to tell here. Yeah, right now, McDowell's fighting with Priest. Where's Priest at? I'm not seeing Ryan Priest on this list at all. Is my lineup work? Let's see. I'm gonna refresh the web page real quick for the leaderboard, see if it's actually working, because it seems to be. Oh, Ryan Preece was back in 13th. I guess McDowell might have just drifted back a little bit. Oh, there we go. Preece up to 10th. Not sure why the leaderboard wasn't working over there. But, yeah, so right now, oh, McDowell up to 9th. Come on. We need to shuffle this, we need to shuffle Bowman out of here. Come on, let's get him out of here. Just shuffle Bowman back, please. Even if it's only temporarily. I want to see McDowell have a shot at the... I want to see McDowell pointing his way to the chase here. Although with Ty Gibbs as far back as he is, we might see Ty Gibbs potentially on the outside looking in here. But, here we go. Let's say, where's McDowell at? Wow, he's... Oh, McDowell gets stuck behind a slow car on the outside lane. Dang. Man, McDowell is just getting caught up behind every slow car out here, it seems like. Here we go, the 2 and the 6, and all form of order has been kind of lost behind them. It is just the 2 and the 6 here fighting it out right now. And this time it's going to be, here we go, it's going to be these two fighting it out. Last time we were here, it was Keselowski having to defend from Logano, who was leading the train of Penske's. Now Keselowski has to try and use a push from his teammate to get by the 2 car, which he used to drive that number 2 car. So, let's see. Blaney and Bush are here. And, oh, Corey LaJoie coming up as a lap car. They're going to be coming up to a lap traffic here soon. It's going to make this crazy. Trix, yeah, Trix has never won a drafting track. I forgot about that. Yeah, he's never won a restrictor plate race. And there we go. Keselowski to the outside of the number 2. Here we go. Keselowski is on the outside. He's going to try and pin. Oh, there we go. Massive credit to Corey LaJoie there for getting out the way out the way of everybody and not holding up the front of the field to try and save a lap. So, massive credit to Corey LaJoie there and knowing when to get out the way. Not saying it in a disrespectful way, but again, it's kind of almost exactly the opposite, actually. Respect to him for, again, choosing your battles and knowing that this is not the time to try and put a crazy block to save a lap. But, yeah, here we go. Looking at the inside here, it's going to be, I'm going to say, Blaney trying to make the move here for the lead. He's going to get a nose out in front, but that 19 is right on the bumper of the 6 and is going to give him the momentum to make the pass right back here. And Bowman looking to make it 3 wide here between Busher and Cindric here with Bowman. And Bowman's got Denny Hamlin right on the back bumper there. All right, there we go. Bowman, I say Cindric ends up getting down in front of Bowman here to stop the 3 wide, and there we go. Hey, you know what? At least Keselowski has learned how to block a car. Was Joe Logano's car just too hard to see yet last time in the sunlight? I mean, I say, because he didn't block him then, but yeah, here we go. I say Keselowski versus the 12 here on Bowman or Blaney here. Uh-oh. Blaney to the outside. Blaney's got the edge here. Keselowski desperately trying to side draft, but no help here for the 12. No help really for the... Oh, we got cars in the fence here. I say the 42 there, as along with the 8, are both drifting back here. But Keselowski's got his nose back out front, and he's got the ability to now block both lanes here if he wants. Obviously, he's got his teammate down low that you'd imagine he'd want to get clear, and then they can kind of both be blocking lanes. Looks like both cars got it cleared up or whatever. And say no caution ultimately came from it. They were just in the they were just scraping the fence a bit. But right now, Brad Keselowski leading at Atlanta here. Feels weird because it feels like he took last year off, although he was in every race. It just felt like he was nowhere to be found. Here we go. They're going to a side-by-side commercial break here. And speaking of breaks, the 17 and the just broke free from the side-by-side battle for second that they'd been having. So now it is Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher 1-2 for the race lead here. So here we go. Question is when and if we start seeing rain, who makes a move on who here? So right now we're just kind of waiting it out, waiting to see what ends up happening here. I think the drivers have realized that they were going to wreck the cars if they kept being this aggressive the whole way through. Where did McDowell end up settling? Because he has settled way further back than I thought he did. Okay, so he's back in 14th right now. That's not good. So McDowell drifting way far back. Hopefully he can kind of make a run to the front here late. But yeah, 10 laps to go in stage number 1, though. I'm not too hopeful here. Although he does have Joey Logano with him, so potentially the Fords there could make a link and try and make something happen. But I think it's likely going to be too wide most of the way through the field and going to be hard to pass when they're already too wide. But yeah, here we go. So right now, though, we are let's see what we got going on here. All right, we are still say they're still racing, which is nice because from what I was hearing earlier, again they were talking about how say that weather is right on top of us. I think once we get this stage, and I think this stage might be the race end too. So here we go, Brad Keselowski looking for it. Looking for his first win as an owner. Yep, 80 wins since his last Cup win. That is a long winless drought for Keselowski. He hasn't won since being in the 2 car back in spring of 2021 here. But Brad is putting some massive blocks here on Blaney. I don't know if he finally tuned into my show and saw the comments about needing to block, but he's learned to block since last time we were here in the spring, which I remember that was something I was livid about. That Keselowski needed to move down the track. But there we go. The 17 side by side with his team owner for the race lead. Oh, there's a crash! Denny Hamlin! Bowman! No! Bowman! I mean, I didn't want him to get wrecked, but I'm kind of glad in terms of the points that Bowman's going to be back there. But yeah. And say Allmendinger earning some important stage points. McDowell up to 8th! Woohoo! Man, McDowell got some good spots, but man, that's a bummer for Bowman. And I say, it very easily could end this stage, but Man, I was excited for a minute because when I first thought it was, okay, so Bowman got loose on the bottom and just clipped the right rear of Denny and had nowhere else to go. When I thought it was just going to be a simple little slowdown or a slide from Bowman, but once I saw the sparks, it's like, oh, didn't want him to get have his day ruined that badly. At least, if it had to be his day getting ruined, quote unquote, at least it was his own mistake or his own car problem. Oh, wait a minute! Michael McDowell went off-roading through the grass. I guarantee he's probably getting in. If they give him an off-road penalty for that, for going off-roading there, I will not be the biggest fan there, because there were cars spinning right there, and he just needed to go off the road. Can we get the McDowell on board? Like, come on, NBC, please give us the Mike McDowell on board. I want to see this one. You've got onboards for every car. Just show us McDowell's. I want to see his onboard and his thinking here to dive it. Oh, actually, looking at how early he dove off, we may see a penalty for this, actually. Because he dove all the way to the grass really before they even came close to coming down and blocking his path. Are they going to ride around for 4 laps, really? Come on. I say, if you open pit road, it's going to be really tight if they try and get this restarted. I would love to see them do it. I'd love to see a 1-lap shootout here, but right now we're not sure how it's going to go, and they're going to go to commercial break. But man, whew, there we go. That was absolutely insane. So again, I'm hoping that they don't penalize McDowell here. Like, just let McDowell have the spots here. There we go. McDowell up to 8th. Looks like that's where official timing and scoring is going to put him, is 8th place. Again, NASCAR, please do not penalize him. I know that you can make a pretty easy case that you should probably penalize him, but again, there was smoke and there were cars spinning in front of him before he made the move. Just he went way low, way sooner than he really needed to, and he gained like 12 spots, which is probably going to be the bigger thing I would think that would draw the eye of NASCAR to investigate it. So yeah, it sounds like stage 2 may be ending here under the yellow flag here. So how's everybody doing today, though? Everybody having a good day? I'm gonna say it's been an hour since we got that poll for the stage up. That's impressive that this stage has gone this long. Yeah, I mean, if they haven't opened pit road yet, they definitely aren't gonna get this thing open. But I'm not sure any of these guys would really stay out if we did open pit road. I'm not sure any of them would pit if they did open it. So hard to kind of figure out exactly how it would go. But yeah, so far though, my picks are actually looking pretty accurate. So let's see. If they open pit road this time, they could do a quickie yellow and try and get back racing. Oh wait, no, because they would need to be doing the choose this time by. So yep, nope. This is going to be the end of the stage. So stage winner, Brad Keselowski. So sounds like it's going to be a stage win here for Brad Keselowski. I'm going to wait until I see it for sure, because they could end up deciding that timing and scoring was wrong and that it's actually Blaney ahead, but here we go. we got a chance to breathe at least now, because these guys are ready here. All right, so they're showing is Kozlowski. We're gonna have to wait and see. Here we go. It's the white flag. White flag is out, and we're rolling around. Let's see. Oh, rain moving in faster than the lightning, according to Brad Keselowski's team. So, you're kidding me. Keselowski has 14 laps of fuel, and they believe the rain is about 20 laps out. Are you kidding me? Come on. So, let's say Blaney, Buescher, Cindric, Haley are all in that same situation. McDowell, I anticipate, is going to follow those guys and just kind of join their strategy at this point. Elliott, Amarola as well, Logano, all on that strategy. The rest are pretty much on the better fuel strategy. Honestly, Allmendinger, Bubba Wallace. I mean, hey, we could have a pretty good finish here, but Keselowski under caution wins stage number 2. So, congratulations to those of you guys that voted for Other, because Other was the right answer ultimately. But yeah, here we go. Oh, the hood was already up on the 6 at one point? I didn't realize that they put the hood up under one of the yellows. On one of the yellows, they are saying that they put up the hood on the on that car. That's concerning there. Yeah, no, Allmendinger, I would say Allmendinger should be staying out here. Yep, there we go. Allmendinger stays out. Wait, did I just see McDowell stay out? Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way they were driving, I'm kind of surprised that the caution didn't end up crashing. I'm kind of surprised they didn't crash sooner, but Michael McDowell stayed out to take second place here. Let's go, Michael McDowell. But yeah, right now though they are definitely racing to the rain because everybody, every team is talking about rain being somewhere about 10 to 15 minutes out. So here we go. So man, Michael McDowell, Eric Jones, William Byron up at the front. Those are some of the guys who stayed out, I believe. But yeah, there we go. Oh, don't wanna. There we go. So looked like maybe 2 tires for some of these teams. Let's see, 2 tires for Wallace, Truex, Bell, 2 tires for Buescher, 2 tires for Amarola, and I think the rest of them went for 4. But yeah, there was quite a few 2-tire stops there though. Curious to see what ends up happening here in terms of when this weather does show up. Does it show up in time to save McDowell and Allmendinger's season here? Because these two, right now, those two are in position to point their way into the playoffs if they can just have a good day here. But yeah, JJ Yaley currently showing in 10th place. I'm assuming that's a little off. We'll have to wait and see exactly where he cycles out because, say JJ Yaley, if he is down there, he would have pit and he'd be further back. And if he didn't, he'd be out. But yeah, Didn't get to McDonald's for the Grimace shake again, but yeah. Here we go. Let's say, so it's already 9:23 already, so hopefully we do get the... I wouldn't mind this race being shortened a bit. It would give me time to get the my race recap recorded. Recap this thing all the way here. Here we go. Oh, man. So right now it's Allmendinger, McDowell, Eric Jones. I mean, come on. This is a pretty exciting starting lineup here. Getting ready for this one. How's it going, Danielle? We're getting ready, hopefully, for this restart here. I'm hoping we get a restart in, because if this race ends up ending under the yellow here, I think there's going to be a lot of teams not happy. And again, from what they're saying on the radios, it sounds a lot like that they're going to be... it sounds a lot like they're expecting maybe about 20 laps of racing in here before we get this yellow, or before we get the rain moving in. And Larson is out of the race. Oof. Hopefully no one had Larson in their lineup, because I know a lot of people had Larson, have been using Larson a lot for a lot of reasons, obviously. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting it out here, waiting to see the restart. Should be getting ready to go green here soon, hopefully. Oh, and their audio cut out, or is that... Oh, that's my internet buffering. Cole Custer up to 7th? No, Custer's 9th, it looks like. But, yeah. Internet picked a bad time to start buffering. Waiting to see what the official running order is going to be here when we go back to the green flag. Kyle Busch being up there, that's nice to see. Hopefully. Hopefully he can maintain that. Yeah, so it's Allmendinger, McDowell, Jones, Byron, Suarez, Gilliland, J.J. Ailey 7th, Stenhouse Jr. 8th, 9th, Cole Custer, 10th, Kyle Busch here. And I'm saying, there's a lot of drivers so far that have not won this race yet, or have not won a race yet this year. And here we go. Michael McDowell and AJ Allmendinger are going to fight it out for the race lead here. Green flag flies. And we are racing here. And let's see. Michael McDowell gets the nose out in front, but he has next to no gas. He is banking on a very early yellow here. He got the points for the stages, so he has a little bit in the bank he can afford to have an issue here, but let's say you really don't want to risk this too early. But here we go. Allmendinger versus McDowell for the race lead. And there we go. Allmendinger to the lead. Byron to second here. Michael McDowell looks like he's going to end up falling back to third here. And with Allmendinger showing in, McDowell is showing 6 points out of the playoffs with an Allmendinger win here. Which this is actually a very good graphic to see, because we hadn't seen the cut line be moved yet, and here we go. And the green, and I say, we are getting ready here for the end of this race. It's going to be here sooner than we think, but McDowell has no help on the bottom of the racetrack. I hope he can just find some way to drift around here. But And I say it doesn't help him that Suarez is one of those guys that needs the points too. But man, this 34 car of McDowell has put up a massive fight to try and get back in this battle here for the race win. But yeah, right now here we go. So Allmendinger up to second. He's right in behind William Byron here. William Byron gonna try and get his 4th win of the season. And yeah, McDowell did have a little bit more fuel on board than I thought. I thought he was one of the guys that was on fumes essentially just to make it to the stage, but I say Michael McDowell though is losing a ton of time here. Here comes Brad Keselowski, maybe someone that can help McDowell out here. But McDowell is losing a ton of time on the bottom here. I mean, everybody is trying to get out from behind him right now, which is not looking good here. There we go. He's got a big push here from the 41 of Ryan Preece. But Suarez underneath Allmendinger here trying to take 2nd place here. And say, if Suarez can win this race, that will make a very fun streak, because that would be 3 wins in a row with 3 different drivers, which we have not seen that happen in a while. The last time we saw a single team win with 3 different drivers 3 weeks in a row. I don't even remember, when was the last time that would have happened? That would have had to have happened a while back. Because we've had a lot of teams winning that don't even have 3 cars necessarily, with like Tyler Reddick getting a bunch of wins. I mean, it would have had to have probably been Hendrick at some point in 2021, maybe, although Larson was winning almost everything that year. Maybe last year with him? Oh, no, last year he didn't even have almost no one got multiple wins. Here we go. Michael McDowell's raced back up to 4th here, battling for 3rd with, who's that pushing him? I don't know. I can't tell. It's a red. Oh, it's the 15 of J.J. Yaley pushing McDowell to the front here. So there we go. And say Byron tied for winningest driver so far this year, and Kevin Harvick goes for round. Kevin Harvick. Oh wait, we're not. That wasn't a yellow. What? How is that not a yellow? All right, no yellow for Kevin Harvick, and I guess he's going to try and roll it back to pit road here. But yeah, here we go. So that's created a bit of a gap now. So Byron and Allmendinger, it's basically a race between those two. Suarez has separated himself as the leader of that 2nd pack here and starting to close back in. And J.J. Yaley now passing Michael McDowell for 4th here. And 3 wide, Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell, and J.J. Yaley at the front here. But here we go. Kyle Busch making his name known here tonight. But yeah, honestly, this would not be bad as a July 4th race. If they can't go back to Daytona, I would not be upset with this being a new July 4th tradition. But yeah, here we go. Man, this is an amazing race, though. Here we go. Suarez to the outside of Allmendinger here for 2nd. And he's got help from Michael McDowell here. And there we go. It's Michael McDowell versus the... Oh! So I saw someone get a brush of smoke off that fence. But there we go. Michael McDowell to the inside on Daniel Suarez. Michael McDowell looking for it. He's on 94 laps of fuel here. 94 laps he's gone on this tank of gas. I mean, there has been a lot of yellow, but he has got to be low on fuel here. But I don't think he's going to pit until he runs out of gas or there's a yellow. I don't see Michael McDowell stopping for pretty much anything at this point here. But, man, McDowell is putting up such a fight here. If you guys are enjoying this live stream, of course, leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future live streams. But, man, there's... I'm going to say, now it's McDowell and Allmendinger fighting for third here with a push from behind. Oh, there's a crash. Where's it happening here? What happened? There's a caution flag. I'm just waiting to see what the caution is. Oh, yep. 41 of Ryan Preece, Bubba Wallace. Somehow, Chris Buescher gets through that miraculously. Not sure what happened, but here we go. Michael McDowell will have the option, if he wants it, to pit here to try and make it to the end. I don't know what happens here, though. I think McDowell's got to pit. Let's say McDowell's got to pit here. No options here. I don't know what. And say it'll really come down to what some of these other guys do, like what Allmendinger does, and I'm actually gonna really quickly throw up the poll. Well, before I forget. Yeah. Okay, so he wasn't on 95 laps on that run. He last pit in lap 95. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was. William Byron. And I say this might end up ending the race. We'll have to wait and see. Daniel Suarez. Well, let me do the little accent mark over the A. So we'll have to put up with a slightly incorrect spelling of his name. I'm going to put AJ Allmendinger in here because I'm expecting Allmendinger having to pit here for sure. I don't know about Allmendinger. So there we go. There's the poll for the race win. So if you guys want to go ahead and put your vote in, who you guys think's gonna win this race? Obviously, William Byron leading right now probably has the edge for the overall race. But we'll have to wait and see if that holds true here. So let's see. But yeah, right now though, it's gonna be a fun one here as we get ready for it. Light rain in turn one. Oh, that's not good. Let's say I see McDowell dropping to fourth here. Is that just because they're trying to figure out where everybody is in case the race ends, or is that in case of or is that because he's pitting here and he's pretty much gonna fall all the way to the back and lose a ton of points here? Now, if we don't have a new winner here, the points won't be as big of a hit for McDowell because he's actually doing a very good job here. Alright, so, man, it's been a crazy race so far. Hopefully you guys are excited. We're going to be here through the end of the race for sure at this point. And I think it's a pretty safe bet that people are betting on Byron here because I think there's a good chance that the race may end under this current yellow. I don't know for sure if we even get back racing, although we may. It'll be a question mark, though. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, right. I believe that, sure. William Byron Spotter is claiming that there's big lightning, rain all over up there. But yeah, it's gonna rain here soon, but I don't think it's pouring yet. And say, if we do get a lightning strike, though, NASCAR will have to bring them down right away, though. And I say, 30-minute hold. I do have my Mario Kart ready to go, pretty much, outside of needing to move the capture card over. I was playing some Mario Kart while I was editing my video from earlier today. So yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Laps since last pit. 86 laps for McDowell. Travis Peterson, the guy who has kept McDowell relevant. I think the fact that he went from, he had 3 new crew chiefs in the last 3 years, and he's had 3 of his best seasons of his career. I think that is showing that Michael McDowell has got this. And right now, McDowell is on the cut line with Bubba Wallace. So it's Bubba, Suarez, and McDowell in a 3-way tie right now in points. We'll have to wait and see if that holds up. But if that does, it'll be a crazy finish to this regular season. But yeah, McDowell has 2 road courses left here. But Bubba's being told to go in front of the 47. What? Bubba Wallace in 25th is being told to go up and pass for 10th. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I've got a friend who listens into Bubba's radio every week. Shout out to you, Will. Thanks for giving us the updates from from Bubba's radio. But yeah, so supposedly they're telling Bubba that he's supposed to be in 10th, which seems weird because he is way back in 25th right now. Oh yeah, there we go. Nope, they just corrected. I guess they were getting. I guess they hopped on the wrong radio. Maybe was and told the wrong radio about what they for who needed to pass. So my guess is that it was actually it was maybe oh yeah. So my guess is that it was maybe Eric Jones or Busher who needed to move ahead of Stenhouse here. Still have an open pit road. I think they're. Honestly, I think they're waiting to see what this rain is gonna do here with the before they open pit road, because I don't think they want a Kurt Busch Daytona 2019 situation where they open pit road with the promise of going back racing, and then we go back here. But yeah, right now it does definitely feel like they're just waiting for the rain to hit, because this rain is going to hit eventually. The longer they wait, the more likely it is it ends up just hitting. Come on. So Harrison Burton spinning out. That was the first yellow. Ultimately, glad he didn't end up having any actual damage, although it seems like the laps he lost from beaching it there kind of ruined his day anyway. Then we had the drag race for stage 1. Going to be one of my favorite parts from this race. Then the incident with Truex here, Truex and McDowell, and again, luckily that wasn't worse because that very easily could have been much worse for Martin Truex Jr. But come on, let's get back to racing. I say it's not raining yet, so I say William Byron going for a big spin. Then you had the 5 off of the nose of the 43. So yeah, blown tires what ultimately ended his day. Oh come on! Is it really raining? Did we really wait until it rained? I mean, I guess good on NASCAR for potentially waiting it out for the teams to not give a disadvantage here. But yeah, any restart we get from here is gonna be crazy because it's gonna be a race where they're gonna be essentially thinking one to go for the entire remainder of the race if we do even get green flag going here. I hope we do get a restart here because at least based on what I saw last time, is it didn't look bad enough to stop them. But let's see. Yeah, I can see a little bit of rain, I think, on the track here. So we've had 12 different drivers have led a lap today and 18 lead changes. So let's see. And I say if we keep pacing like this, McDowell's gonna run out of fuel in 4th place. Are you kidding me? Red flag. Let's say is the red flag coming out, or are they gonna open pit road? Come on. Let's say are they real? Are we gonna throw a red, or are we gonna open pit road, or are we going back racing? Come on, one of them. Please, just make a decision here. And they're bringing the field down pit road. Fantastic. At least now McDowell won't run out of fuel on the run here. So here we go. Mike McDowell gonna get a top 5 here probably, but yeah. But yeah. But yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting to see what NASCAR is going to do. But they've brought the cars down pit road. Once I see the I'm just kind of waiting. Once I see the cars get out of, once I see the drivers come out of the cars, I'm gonna go grab the capture card real quick. But we'll have to wait and see here. Okay, they're going. Okay, they're bringing out the covers. I'm gonna go grab my capture card real quick and set up for some Mario Kart while we wait for an update. I'm gonna run a quick ad as well. let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're set up in case they call it. Again, I haven't heard anything confirming that they have or haven't called it. We're under the red flag though right now. That saves McDowell at least again in terms of the fuel mileage because he was gonna run out of fuel if they just kept pacing around. So here we go. Yeah, they definitely wasted a couple laps. They could have probably gotten green, but again, you don't want it to start raining when you are under green flag. That would have been not great. So, yeah. Once we get back from commercial break here, I'm gonna probably switch over to the gaming page. I just don't know for sure what's gonna happen here. But yeah, this race could end up going later tonight because depending on what the forecast is looking like here. But yeah, they're showing all the different language broadcasts of SVG's win. So yep, yeah, car covers are on. So I'm and drivers are out the cars with the helmets off. So I'm gonna pull up the there we go, pulling up the gaming. We're gonna do some Mario Kart while we wait for official confirmation on what they're gonna do here. So here we go. But yeah, I'd like to see them try and get this race in, but ultimately it is past halfway and it is late, so they could, in theory, call it. But yeah, this race has been really good. Let me see what the fantasy points look like actually, real quick. Oh wait, no, not what I needed to hit. Fantasy Live. There we go. All right, I got my most optimal lineup I was gonna get. Let's see. I'm fifth. Okay, fifth place, not bad. Yep, my dad's all Ford lineup ended up doing pretty well. And say Blaney, Logano, Busher, Cindric, and Kozlowski. Literally the five guys that I named as the Penske and the RFK guys. But yeah, so right now we're playing some Mario Kart while we wait to hear if William Byron is the winner. All right, we got Ribbon Road. Okay. Again, I'm not necessarily going to be playing my best because of the fact that I'm obviously just distracted waiting for the results. But again, we're just kind of here waiting. So figured rather than just talking and waiting for something to happen, we could play some Mario Kart while we wait. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, here we go. Oh, that was an amazing start. Oh, and I missed the item boxes. We are absolutely flying right now through this course here. I'm not going to try and take the shortcut this time. Okay, there we go. Oh, no! Oh, that was unfortunate. I wasted a horn. off of the mistiming on that ghost, stealing my red mushroom that I had in first place. Okay, go off course a little bit there. Boom, boom. Wow, we're mossing these guys here. Why, these guys are... I hit the wrong trigger at the wrong time there, but at least I got protection here for a little bit. So we are absolutely we are actually closing in on lapping people here in Mario Kart. Meanwhile, we got a battle for the lead. Oh yes, that was perfect. Oh no, and we end up off track a little bit there. Oh, there we go. We are flying here. Come on. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on. No, we lose that close to the finish. No. Oh, are they calling it official? Let's see. Hopping on the Twitter here. So the aerial camera is inside the medical center. Don't know for sure if that means that we're done tonight, but that could just be because of the lightning in the area potentially stopping it from that. But yeah. Yeah, so it could be that the lightning in the area made them made them get the people off the roof, but it also could mean that we're on that it's on we're getting ready for them to announce it as official, just waiting to hear it. So here we go. New Hampshire next week. That's gonna be interesting. Boom. Here we go. Let's see if we can win our race here. Oh, uh-oh. That was not good, and we are now way at the back here. We're 9th place here. Now, we can go... Oh, we can get pretty good finishes here, though, even though we started not great with the run. Oh, come on! Oh, and went right off the course. Are you kidding me? Come on. Double trick there. Nice. I'm going to just throw the red shell as I go over the double item box. There we go. So we get an extra set of items here. And say, they have not officially called it yet, at least. So we're waiting to hear what we can find out. But yeah. And so that radar is not looking too friendly, though. I'm not too hopeful that we're getting back racing tonight. I'm just kind of waiting for the official confirmation. But yeah, if this is it, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the race. I'm kind of disappointed they got cut short here. All right, so we at least got one roll for another item here. Man, we were I'm trying here. There just is not much I can do from this point with the mushrooms even. I mean, I've got 3 mushrooms and I still don't feel like I have much of an option of anything to do here to try and win this race. Oh. Yep, it's over. They called it. William Byron wins race number 4 on the season for him. So this will probably be our last. This will be our last run. But yeah. So William Byron ends up getting rained out here. At least McDowell comes home with a top 5 after running out of the fuel. But yeah, William Byron ends up with a race win here. But yeah, here we go. So we go home. Yep. Yeah, no, I heard they called the race. So, yep, William Byron wins it. So, yeah. Yeah, they only just now called it, Patrick, so, yeah. Yeah, I had kind of mentioned that I thought that it might have been over anyway, but, yeah. I'm going to do probably one more Mario Kart race, then I'm going to hop off here, but, yeah, so. Just kind of a bummer that it was looking like such a great race here. But yeah, William Byron ends up winning it. Daniel Suarez, Allmendinger, the top 3. So I end up with the top 3 on the pole. But yeah. Then you had McDowell and Kyle Busch both getting top 5s, which is nice. JJ Yaley getting a top 10. That would have been a nice bet if someone placed it. I'm sure somebody did. But yeah. Yeah, Yaley with a top 10. Stenhouse with a top 10. Justin Haley with a top 10. Haley and Yaley. But, yep. And then this week is also supposed to be the debut of this coming week was supposed to be our trip to New Hampshire together, Patrick. But, unfortunately, neither one of us are going to be there, so. Here we go. Green. Let's see. So, final race here, and then we'll hop off. But I just want to thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in here. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you guys did, leave a like on the stream and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. I'll have my race recap out tomorrow. Probably early afternoon because I've got work. Otherwise, I'd try and get out sometime tomorrow in the AM because I couldn't stay up working on it late if I didn't have to be at work tomorrow, but here we go. Let's say Charlotte Roval, hopefully. Yeah, I'd love to get to see Charlotte twice in 1 year. I mean, Charlotte for the 600 was amazing. One of the best atmospheres for a racetrack I've been to, outside of maybe Bristol. I will say, I'm not trying to slander Bristol with saying that Charlotte's the best atmosphere I've been to for a racetrack, but I don't know. Yeah, Charlotte was amazing though, and honestly, the whole town as a whole was, because you had the entire town was very much a NASCAR town. I mean, even just going into the local Walmart, you could pick up some racing T-shirts. But yeah. Here we go, coming off the final corner, taking the white flag here. But yeah, so for at the track coverage, probably Charlotte Road Course being the next good one for me. But yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can. Oh, come on! Alright, let's. Oh, and I missed the item box too. Hopefully we can get a good item pull. Oh, green shell. Are you kidding me? It's a protective item, not really an offensive item here, especially when I can't see what I'm trying to hit with this thing, because you have to actually aim the green shell. I'm just going to throw it and get the double item box and hope for something. Come on, give me a mushroom. Alright, red shell. And red shell again. And nope, not enough. I lost, dang. Oh, you just got your Switch. Nice. So, as I said, that was going to be the last race for the stream. I'm just going to pull up the finishing results one more time for everybody, and then we will be hopping off. But again, hopefully you guys did enjoy this live stream. If you guys did, leave a like. If you guys did enjoy Byron's, or as Allmendinger, McDowell, Kyle Busch, your top 5, Keselowski, Haley, Blaney, and Stenhouse Jr. the top 10. Gonna also try and count down and go down through the rest of the finishers real quick. Oh, wait, points. So McDowell's in by 3. Bubba's out by 3. Suarez in by 3 here. So, man, it's a very tight battle, though, around that cut line. And it's probably going to stay that way, honestly, through most of this playoff. But, yeah. So, Eric Jones comes home 11th. Still has his worst finish at this track as 14th place. Then you have Austin Cindric, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, and Chris Buescher rounding out the top 15. Gilliland, Joey Logano, Amarola, Ty Dillon, and Austin Dillon rounding out the top 20. McLeod, Briscoe, Bell, Preece, and Bubba Wallace rounding out your top 25. Then Bowman, Reddick, Harrison Burton, Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick rounding out the top 30. Corey LaJoie, Cole Custer, Noah Gragson, Ty Gibbs, Ross Chastain rounding out the top 35. And then Larson and Austin Hill were your back 2. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, again, leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. And again, I'll be out with my race recap sometime in the morning. But in the probably, again, early afternoon more likely. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next video. Live stream, whatever you guys had to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody. And goodbye!